Hello, my name is James Steed, and I am an English editor. I edit the English, usually for non-native speakers, the English of their medical or scientific research papers. I've been doing that for about 30 years, and I've edited more than 4,500 papers in those 30 years. 我是英文编辑，修改这些医学跟那个科学论文，修改了30多年，4500多篇论文，那个经验是很丰富。And I have learned a lot editing all of those papers. 学到很多东西。There are some things, 有一些 that I can very simply tell you how to correct. 我有一些很简单的可以跟你讲。And these things, if you just change the little simple things about your writing will become much better. 所以只要你修一修这种东西，你的论文会变得更好。你不是一篇论文会变得更好，你所有的论文会变得更好。All right? So today's mini lesson, mini lesson, the simple little lesson is about using simple words. 就是要建议用很简单的词表达你的意思。Okay? Stop using pretentious words in your writing. Pretentious 的意思就是那种自命不凡的词，做作的词，很无聊的词。These words do not impress people. They bore people. And they make you look like you're trying too hard. 这种话不会给人家留下深刻的印象，会产生相反的效果。大家会认为你太努力了，影响你自己的缺点。They think you're trying too hard to look intelligent. And when you're trying too hard to look intelligent, you probably on the inside don't feel intelligent enough. So when you're trying to, 如果你太努力，或给人家这种 intelligent 的印象，大家会觉得太努力，你哪里有什么问题 ？Okay, so these things do not make a good impression. If your research is good, if you know your research and your science very well, you can write out almost anything in a very straight, simple, clear way. 如果你很懂你自己的科学，你可以很直接说出来你这个研究方法，你研究的效果。然后简单的做报告。Today, I will give you 6 examples of the kind of simple words that researchers like. 我今天会给你6个 examples. 怎么样用那个 simple words 写出你的论文。Let's begin. Look at these sentences. This is not the examples. This is but this is going to tell you what kind of things are pretentious. Actually, the people with low education listen to people speak big words and they think, oh my God, you are so smart. But people already with a very good education think you're very boring. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Look at number one. Pretend that you are a researcher. 你假装你是个研究者，然后你要学这个人的 paper，然后你要提出重点在哪里，然后再做一个报告。你看这三个句子都是一样的意思。Look at number one. Within the verdant confines of a meticulously cultivated horticultural enclave, an exuberant flower garden effloresces, aglow with a kaleidoscopic profusion of chromatic blossoms, their delicate corollas swaying gracefully in harmonious cadence, thus yielding a captivating tableau of nature's resplendent magnificence. Number two, a vibrant flower garden bursts with a kaleidoscope of colors as delicate petals sway in the gentle breeze, creating a picturesque tapestry of nature's beauty. One more. In a green garden, colorful flowers bloom, their soft petals waving in the breeze, creating a vivid picture of nature's beauty. Okay. Now, pretend that you get to choose paper number one, paper number two, or paper number three to study tonight. They're all about the same topic. Which one would you rather study? Which one? Let's say it's going to be 18 pages. 假装那是18页。你要看18页是哪一种英文呢？ If you said one, get prepared to run to your dictionary one after one after one word after one word after one word. And be prepared to fall asleep. This kind of language, I could put this beside my bed, and if one night I cannot sleep very well, I just pick it up and begin to read it, and after 2 pages, I'm sure I would be dead asleep. 一定会让我睡觉。Number one is full of those 很长的字，这种话是很无聊的。Number three. 完全一样的意思 but very clear. 很清楚了 Okay, write like number three. Now let's do some examples. Let's look at some scientific examples. Look at one. Well, not yet. I need to tell you, Einstein said, everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. And Mark Twain, very famous writer, said, why should I use the word metropolis when the journals and the magazines are paying me the same amount of money, let's say $1, to write the word city? So of course, I would use the word city. Now let's look at those examples. Look at this one. Here is a scientific English. It says, blood aliquots were drawn from 6 female and 8 male children at a half hour following the initiation of analysis. Okay. It could be improved. How would you improve it? Think about it for a moment. Aliquots, female, male, following initiation. Try this. The blood samples were drawn from the 6 girls and 8 boys at a half hour after beginning dialysis. Isn't that exactly the same meaning? Isn't that very easy to understand? You don't have to think about this sentence to understand it. Let's look at another one. The interview was initiated on July 10th, 2005. Initiated. Well, I know the word initiated very well. It means began, okay, or begun. The way to correct this would say the interview was begun on July 10th, 2005, or was started July 10th, 2005. Very simple. The words mean exactly the same thing. Initiated here means to begin. Okay, so why not use that simple word? Next one. The expression of these genes is evident prior to the formation of distinct motor axon pathways. Prior to. I think everyone knows prior to. You probably know prior to. Prior to also. But you also know the word before. Is before more, is prior to more precise than before? No. Is it more general? No. It's exactly at the same level. So why not use the word before? The expression of these genes is evident before the formation of distinct motor axon pathways. Very simple. Look at this one. This is a good one. The multiple docking sites guide the saltatory movement of these protein complexes. Saltatory. Saltatory. Oh my God. Now here we have something like a GRE word. I would have to run to the dictionary to get this one myself. But why make your reader run to the dictionary? Is it necessary when you can choose a different word like this? Multiple docking sites guide the intermittent movement of these protein complexes. Well, intermittent means to stop, go, stop, go, go, stop, go, go. Okay. Now, you could have used the word irregular. That's even simpler, but it's simpler than possible because you can be slow, fast, or stop, go, go. So irregular is not quite as precise as intermittent, okay? Other words that mean the same thing are discontinuous and sporadic, okay? Now, native speakers would know these words. A non-native speaker may not know these words. You would have to find them in your thesaurus, but still, they are all much easier than than the first word, saltatory, which no one would ever really want to use at all again after that. Look at the next one. Oh, let's see. Prostaglandins are known to enhance nociceptive responses. Oh, my Lord. First of all, enhance. A lot of people use enhance way too much. Enhance could mean increase. It could be made better. All right. I don't like that word at all. I almost always get rid of it. Here's nociceptive responses. Nociceptive responses. Nociceptive responses. What is that? Oh, let's take a look. Prostaglandins are known to increase pain. Isn't that better? Isn't that ear candy? Isn't that sweet to the ear? If you were a researcher, that's what you would want to read, right? Take a look. Here's the last example. I took this one from a title of a paper I found on PubMed. Blah, 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 blah. Mechanically ventilated horses anesthetized with isoflurane and positioned in dorsal or lateral recumbency. Dorsal or lateral, I can understand if you want to use that. People in your field maybe if you're doing x-rays, this and that, they're going to understand that very well. Okay. Dorsal means back, lateral means side. But recumbency is just like saltatory. Oh my God. What kind of word is that? Why use that long word when probably you're only meaning back and side? So this would be the best way to say that. Mechanically ventilated horses anesthetized with isoflurane and positioned on their backs or sides. Isn't that nice? Wouldn't you like to read papers like that? And if you want to read papers like that, I can tell you right now that everybody else wants to read papers like that too. And even the journals want you to write papers like that, because the more you write like that, the more people will want to read their journals, and voila, they get a high impact factor. So you're helping the journal when you're writing for the educated reader. You're not writing just for other experts in your field. You're writing for educated readers. That's people like me, people who've been reading for a long time, and we understand a lot. We may not be an expert in your field, but you're writing for us to understand you too. I'll never forget, I was editing for a very famous professor at Taiwan University, and she was in public health. She was having a hard time getting all the papers published, but she hired me as an editor, and suddenly they start publishing lots of papers. And she finally understood. She says, Jim, what I like about you is you write public health for the public. Right. More people can understand. I'm expressing myself clearly to lots of people, and that's what you need to do too. Okay. I have many more examples. 我有很多这种理论 on how to simplify your scientific writing on my online class on word choice in science and medical research writing. You can go to my websites. I have a Chinese website. I have an English website. 我的网站都有介绍我这个课程。可是你也不必上。如果你已经今天懂我讲的话， you don't really have to go there as long as you understand what I said today and understand my examples, because that will change the way you look at the way you write. And you will keep that in your head all the time while writing, choosing simple words. Not simpler, right? But simple words to express your meaning, and the entire field will be very happy that you do. Thank you very much for listening to this rather long talk, but a very important talk for you. Goodbye.